Okay. And now the green Rex is complete. Alright, now we're going to move on to the aptly named Caroline. Scrap her away. And now we will buy ourselves a Caroline. Yes, I really want to buy the ship. God knows why, but we do. Okay. Well, it's a front half of a ship. Okay. Let's see if we can. Let's see what we can upgrade with our $37 in cash. Let's see if we can upgrade our see if we got enough liquids. Did we get enough liquid?
Shubh Prabhat, my friend.
We did! No, we did not. We still only have 80 kilograms. Well, rest in pieces, kitchen torch.
Hello, क्या आप tools खरीदना चाहते हैं?
$200 to upgrade the crane. Okay. Can I sell some stuff to make enough money so that I can upgrade my crate?
बोलो आपको क्या चाहिए?
I have a ton of metal. We can sell some metal. We'll sell like $30 worth of metal. That gives me enough to upgrade the crate. Now I can Hulk throw some more. Okay. Let's go upgrade our crate so we can Hulk throw more miscellaneous objects. Oh, I already bought it.
फिर मिलते हैं, my friend.
Okay, well, we're gonna double upgrade the crate, I guess. I didn't realize that I had already bought the plans to upgrade the crate. Well, now we can carry a buttload more. That's fine. I only have $10 left. We don't need to be here anymore. And back to picking up everyone's trash that they left on the ground. I don't know why people don't pick up after themselves. I get that it's a derelict ship, but please, people, come on. Who taught you not to clean up after yourselves? Oh, look, it's a green recycling box. Well, green recycling boxes. At least we can carry 120 kilograms. That's so much better. Alright, what do we need? Cardboard boxes! Look, this dude's buying cardboard boxes! I mean, man, I don't know why you're buying secondhand cardboard boxes, but I suppose at least you're paying for them. Somebody's buying my cardboard. Somebody's paying for my cardboard. A washing machine. Okay. Kitchen torch. Please do your job. And we'll kitchen torch over here as well. They're moving to a new apartment, so they need them cardboard boxes. Sure, but like, isn't that what like the everything free page for like your local areas for is for people to give you like their boxes from like their HelloFresh, which actually make really good packing boxes. But like, I don't really know that I'd be paying for like some used boxes off of a derelict ship, you know? Maybe that's just me. All of these dangerous chemicals just hanging out like it's totally fine. Okay. And now we travel up the stairs to the next floor. Some just extra sinks. At least this one has a boatload of fire extinguishers for your safety and mine. Some kerosene. Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to punch a hole in this upstairs because we're not playing this game of up and down. I mean, we are for the moment. Seriously? What? Why were you green? Why was it green if it was just gonna do that? I don't... Oh. Okay. Well, out comes our saw, and we'll get rid of these containers. I feel like nobody should be making sparks around this stuff. That's just a bad time waiting to happen. Whoa. Okay. Ooh, life ring. Okay. Unionized worker, please take that away. Thank you. Is he complaining? Is he actually complaining? To be fair, sometimes you complain when someone makes you do your actual job. It is a valid thing to complain about, let's be real here. How dare you make me do my job, you know? Okay. I was like, why am I not able to attach to anything? Because this rope is really short. It's probably only like 20 feet. I should put not a hole in there. That's asking for a bad time. That's electricity. So we'll put a hole in here. After I pick up this bed. Oh look, it's a Hawaii girl doll. Hawaiian hula figure. Meaning a redhead before the voyage was terrible misfortune for the ship and its crew. The genesis of this discrimination can be found in the Christian tradition. It said that Judas had just red hair, but there was a way to prevent misfortune. All you had to do was talk to the red before he could speak. I don't think that makes any sense, but my brain also doesn't function when I read out loud, so... I don't know. Okay, let's take this wall out, and maybe we can get to the beeping electricity. Oh, look at that, we can. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Like a brand new baking oven? Okay. Alright. Hopefully that makes it in? Yeah, there we go. Now I can put the hole where I actually wanted to put on this deck. Alright. Can I mean, it doesn't take much to take that away, but what is up here above this? So much stuff, apparently. Really not that much stuff up here. Okay. Well, this should be all of the cardboard boxes that guy's looking for, hopefully. Maybe? Yeah, they only wanted 5. I don't really think they're moving the whole apartment. It's only 5 boxes. Probably actually take it back to here, maybe? There's nothing above. Oh, I need to take this out too. Okay. Apparently, even at 120 kilograms, it still doesn't take long to fill up your pocket full of scrap. Door, please. Okay, can I take you away? What's in? Yeah, there we go. Okay, goodbye. Please and thank you. Take that away. Take it away. All right. Okay. Assuming this is craneable, so this has to go. Yeah.
हेलो, क्या हाल है?
That was full of acid. Do we need acid for anything? No, we need gold. We need the gold. That should be everything from up there, yeah? Like, I should be able to just take the second floor down after he goes away. Oh, I mean, I might as well take this thing down. Can I destroy this without having to play this game? Yeah, thank you! Goodbye thing. Okay, so I don't, in theory, need to take this top floor off. I can just start the one below, or I can just fall all the way down. That's cool too. So if I should be able to just start taking this off. Because there's nothing above this deck. I'm just gonna take the floor out as one big piece. Hopefully I didn't miss any rivets, but who the heck knows? Could have very well missed some. Sounds like a good chunk of it came apart. That's fine. Now I'm just going around picking up all the floor pieces. Actually, it's deck pieces because it's decking, because it's a deck, not a floor. Either way. Whew. Nope. I cannot. Okay. I didn't make a hole. I didn't make a hole up here. We have to go all the way down here. That's fine. Whatever. Mistakes were made. Did not make a hole upstairs. In all fairness, I didn't think about making a hole up here because I didn't think I need a hole up here because I don't know. So now we're going to play the up and down game. That was a good shot. Said nobody. I feel like I should probably take these walls off. That was a mistake. It's fine. Shrug. Can I? Well, we're just going all the way down. Whatever. Pick this up and throw that in there, and then we're gonna go all the way back up because I didn't destroy everything. There's no way I'm gonna be able to hit those. Nope. Not in this lifetime. Oh! You can. Okay. Okay. Interior wall is gone. That means there should, in theory, be nothing holding up this when it comes down. Which should mean everything should just collapse. Both the floors, both decks. Once I take out all these walls. Because that's how physics works, right? Somebody said that once. It's got no support, it's gonna fall down. Okay, now just this wall. Hit the thing! Thank you. No? Come on. You can do it. Or maybe not. Maybe you can't. No, maybe if I... Like, literally! Come on. Okay, there we go. Why are these corner ones so bad? There we go. Okay, that should, in theory, be the last piece of wall I need to hit. take this floor out, everything should just go crash. Why did these stairs not fall apart? Oh, because they're attached to the top. I was like, I took the bottom of the stairs out. They should just come down. No, that only works if you take out the top portion as well, dum-dum. Okay. Yes? No? Did I miss a wall? I missed some wall. Gosh. Oh, I missed a lot of stuff in here. Not just wall. Whole entire floor and wall. Okay, now everything goes kaboom. There we go. Now we're gonna spend 20 years picking everything up. Just like you all wanted to watch. And my inability to pick stuff up is great. Seriously? Why are you green? If you can't be thrown, why are you green? Why are you green? I don't understand. Makes no sense. Why is it green? Can't be green. Can't go on the truck. Why is it green? Oh well. Whatever. Caroline, no. Nobody's gonna miss Caroline. Nobody. I'm telling you. Nobody is gonna ever miss any Caroline. Okay? They're all blonde. They're all slightly neurotic and they're that girl, you know? The one who everyone is like, oh, she's that mean girl, you know? And not in the good way. Not in the fun way like the movie Mean Girls. Granted, Gretchen was not fun in a mean way, but you know, shrug. Neither is Caroline, okay? I actually don't think I've ever met anyone named Caroline in my entire life. Like, I know for a while it was a popular name, but I don't think I've ever met anybody with the name Caroline. Man, like, this 120 really still isn't enough. Like, I double upgraded this box, and it still doesn't feel like it's enough. I mean, like, yes, we're getting more handfuls of stuff, but also it just doesn't take very long to fill up. And, like, I get it. We're picking up metal. Like, picking up, like, pieces of steel beams. But, man, it just, I don't know, it feels like it doesn't hold much. Oh. Maybe this is the pallet that has the gold, although there's like no gold looking things on here. Does not mean that pallet is not full of gold. Oh, there was stuff in here that I missed too? I missed so much stuff on this floor. Okay. Go, Gadget Hands. Maybe that's who this guy is. Maybe he's Inspector Gadget, you know? He's not Batman. He's Inspector Gadget. The Inspector Gadget of shipbreaking. Go, Gadget Hands. Every time it just like hits that corner of that wall and it's just like, nope. Just gonna bounce down to the ground in a sad fashion. Don't worry. Don't worry, everybody. We're just never going back into the truck. It's okay. Man, like, what is that, like 5 boxes out of this one room? Like, I get that I took down, like, 2 sets of floors, but, like, whoo! 5 boxes worth of stuff, that's a lot of stuff. Honestly, super glad that I put that hole there. Because otherwise we'd be walking down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs, and up the stairs, and nobody wants to be here for that. However, I'm gonna go pick those boxes up because they're annoying me because they keep blinking at me. Like they're like, you failed us! How could you? Now the failures have been put where they belong. I'm carrying too much. What? How much does this weigh? 12. Oh, that explains why it's too much. That's entirely fair. Can I get all the way back up? Yeah! Good old hole. And you put the hole in the right place so you can get all the way up without walking upstairs. Because who wants to do stairs? Nobody. This is why escalators exist and elevators exist, because nobody wants to walk up the stairs if they don't have to. Stairmasters were only created to be torture devices. What? Why? Okay. Alright. I should be able to just clear this off and then send her away. Like the unwanted redheaded stepchild that they were talking about on that hula girl card thing. Okay. Please, sir, take it away. I'm carrying too much. I don't understand how I'm carrying too much, but sure. Please be some gold in there? Maybe? Okay. And we'll take all of the floor out again! Yay! From the top to the bottom! I know it's really entertaining watching me take it from the top to the bottom. That's what you're here for. I did not bully you into participating into being here, you know? Pretty sure at this point Netch is here voluntarily, so it's fine. I only bullied Breaker into being here. Everybody else is here of their own free volition. And what am I gonna do? You know? Well, that room came apart in a fashion of exploding walls. Man, I seriously, like, I know, like, I should upgrade some of the other tools, but man, do I really just want more carry capacity. It's the only thing I want from my life right now. More carry capacity. I wanna be, you know, I mean, it's already 120 kilograms. That's so much weight. Like, that's a crazy amount of weight. That's like more than most people weigh, you know? 120 kilograms is like a lot. But I'd like to carry more. just more. Just more. And I once again hit the wall. That's whatever. Hallway, and then the other side, and then I should be able to break all of this floor down. Oh, there's another oil barrel here. Picks up one piece, but not the rest of it. I don't understand how these hands work. They're not very gadget hands when they only, like, pick up a portion of what you're looking at with them. I think they're like discount gadget, you know? Discount Inspector Gadget hands. You know, one would hope they would have more topics to talk about when playing a game like this, but my life is really boring, and I don't watch a lot of news because the news is really not that interesting. 90% of the news up here is, you know, how the economy is awful and the government and Trump is making everything worse. You know, not just Trump, but like our government's response to all of the other stuff that's happening, and you know, it's just, you know, just is what it is. So I try to like not watch it because, you know, what good does it do? It doesn't really do anybody any good. It's not like they have any information on there that I didn't already know, you know? So one runs out of topics to talk about very quickly because I don't think anybody wants to hear about my binge of Crossing Jordan because it's the only thing on Prime that I haven't watched like 50 billion times, and I haven't seen an episode since I was probably in my like teens watching reruns of it when I was supposed to be at school but was not at school. Actually, I have no idea what time it was on. Honestly, I think it was on like after school hours nonetheless, but like I don't even know why I even watched it. Because, like, I mean, granted, back in the day of cable TV, your options were limited. It was kind of like channel surf till you found something that wasn't awful, and then you just watched that. Although, honestly, I kind of miss those days because, like, you ended up watching stuff that you normally wouldn't, like, be like, ah, yes, I see this on Netflix, and this is what I'm going to watch. It was like, ah, this is the least crappy thing that's on right now. I will watch this instead. How did I miss an entire area up here? I don't know, but I did somehow. So just take out. I'm carrying too much. Man, 120 kilograms just really is not enough. But anyways, like, you just end up watching a bunch of stuff that you never normally would have, like, watched. Because, like, it isn't normally in, like, a thing that you, like, it's not normally in, like, the genre of things that you would necessarily go and, like, seek out to watch. But, like, it was, like, the least crappy thing on at, like, 7 o'clock or whatever time. on a random day that isn't normal programming days. Crossing Jordan happened to be one of those things. It wasn't like a thing that I sought after. It was just like, this looks like it's the least crappy show that's on. It's literally just like, you know, it's like crime drama. It's, you know, an Emmy corner. You know, CSI, when that was all that people watched were CSI-like things. But not CSI because it was more drama-based than it was, like, solve the crime base. Although, I mean, like, I feel like that was like CSI too. It wasn't really about the crime. It was, you know, about the drama of the characters and like the intrigue of the crime and less about the science. I mean, they did focus really heavy on the science, which is, you know, kind of cool at the time, but also like, I don't know. Now I'm just rambling about nothing. Which is, I suppose, technically what one does when they play one of these games and they play it while people watch them. It's just random nonsensically about things, but I don't know. One can only ramble to themselves so much. Geronimo. I still missed a whole section. I don't know how I always keep missing the blue sections, but I somehow do. It's fine. The rest of it all came down, tumbling like it was supposed to. I don't know why I thought that would work. It's fine. We'll just... I can't get that wall. Never mind. I do need to go back up. I have failed myself. Okay. We're gonna go in here. No, in here. Nope. Okay. We're gonna go make a hole for ourselves to throw things through, and then we're gonna go up and finish that blue area. I always think that I have like all of the bottom done, and then it's like, no, you did not get all of the floor. You missed an entire section of the floor because I don't know. You didn't pay much attention. Oh, look, engine pieces. This has got to be full of gold, right? Like, these have to be full of gold. That makes sense. They should be full of gold. They're kind of electronic pieces, right? Electronics always have gold in them, so. I did push the piece apart! Jeez! Testy. There we go. Now this entire floor is apart. We'll take this out. We will tell our unionized friend to take his sweet time, but please come pick this stuff up. Maybe not this one, but we'll tell him to pick up this one.
हम संपर्क में रहेंगे.
Okay. Now we can pick up our failure to throw earlier and tell it to get back in the truck. I was gonna go get that other piece out, but now I've obsessively started picking up all of the fallen beams. Because God knows why. Because it's called distractions. It's like ADHD, you know? You see it, you gotta clean it up. You're supposed to be doing something else, but here you are, falling down that rabbit hole. Scrolling on your phone for 3 hours instead of, like, doing the thing you're supposed to do. I'm gonna have to take out this wall to take this stuff out. We will find out momentarily. Oh, I 100% am, because there's no way I can cut that other side from here. Yeah, no. Okay. We will figure out how to take that wall out, and then... Oh, I guess I could take this big one out. Ming one day on the bottom. Just come out. Neither that small one, like this big one then has to have all the gold in it because that small one didn't. Okay. Wheel. Pick it up. Thank you.
Oui, but nahi.
I feel like I honestly need to like write out some talking points so that I can ramble on for a couple of hours while I play this about random stuff, but like that involves coming up with talking points, which seems like an awful lot of work for someone who does I don't know. Just I don't know. Anyways, brain is not a functional thing right now. It seems like it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that difficult for someone who talks as much as I do, because I don't ever really most of the time shut up. Most of the time. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I have a hard time shutting up, so. You would think it would be easy to ramble on for like 2 hours, but here we are. Have no topics left. The entirety of my topics was has been TV related because that's really all I've been doing with my time currently. looking for a new job and watching TV, streaming random crap that I can find, which it's apparently surprisingly a lackluster amount of stuff to watch, except for really old stuff from like the 2000s. You want to watch Gilmore's Girls? It's on like 5 different streaming services. Of all the things, it's on like 5 different streaming services. You know, Gilmore Girls. I guess. I mean, to be fair, it is like one of those like super popular shows, but still. I don't know. I just think I find it weird. If you want to watch TV, you gotta watch. Right? That's the other thing I've been watching is reruns of Red Dwarf. Mainly because it's on one of those like free streaming things, and like I mean, I didn't realize they kept producing more episodes of Red Dwarf until like they kept producing they produced a couple in like the like early like 2020s, like I want to say like 2021, 2020, 2022. They produced more, and I was like, no way, they produced more Red Dwarf, and I didn't know about it. So I now have to go track down all of the stuff that they produced more recently, because I thought they had stopped with that last season of like whatever it was, like 12 or 13, but apparently there's more, and I want to go watch more Red Dwarf. You've never watched Gilmore Girls? Is that a sin? I don't know. I don't know if that's a sin. I'm not the person to talk to you about that being a sin or not. I'm the last person to ask if not watching Gilmore Girls is a sin. I mean, I watched it, but like, it's good. It's not like the worst show in the world. Like, you know, it's your typical like 2000s teen drama show. I don't know. It's a product of its era. I don't know what your style of TV is, so I can't help you if you should actually go watch it or not. And I did not mean to go out of that hole. God damn. Yeah, no, like that's where I found it too, was on Plex. I was like, oh look, they're streaming Red Dwarf. I will watch this. But my one issue with like it being on Plex is like they only stream like 5 episodes of it on their live service a day, and they like just repeat them, and they're not even in order. You get like one from like season 8, and then you get like one from like one of the newer seasons, and then you get one from like the season in like 1993, and you're like, can we please just be consistent? I'd like to. Like, I mean, like, they're good standalone episodes. Like, that's the one thing about Red Dwarf. You don't need to watch it necessarily in order. But, like, also at the same time, I'd like to, you know, watch it somewhat in order. That's just me, though. I mean, I can't be the only one that wants to watch it that way. But, like, yeah. I was pleasantly surprised to see it on Plex, too. I was like, that's a good thing to watch, because it's either that or like you watch like classic Doctor Who, and like as much as I like Doctor Who, a lot of the classic Doctor Who I find personally I just don't like. It's personally like super unenjoyable to watch. And it's not because it's bad. It's just I don't always enjoy a lot of the companions from back then. Is probably more my issue with it. And like they're a product of writing of like their time, right? Like it's a product of like the era that they were written in. Pluto TV has their latest season. You can go watch it in order. Really? I'll have to go download Pluto. I think I can download it on my TV. I'll have to go look later after this. After we finish the ship. because I've started the ship, now I feel like I need to finish the ship. Even though technically we can finish it because like I finished the contracts. Whole Doctor Who will knock you out. Yeah, like that's my problem with it too, is like unless it's like an episode with like Tom Baker and Sarah Jane as the companion, I also just kind of like I'm kind of very not super drawn in, like as much as I am with like the stuff that started in like 2005 like forward. Honestly, I'm hoping not enough flashing lights to keep your ADHD brain in check. I don't think that's my problem. I think it's just like they're just like the way that they're written is again a product of their time. They're a little slower. They're the companions are a lot less like on his level, which I think is probably where it throws me off and like doesn't fulfill me into watching it as much. It's like, you know, when you've got like Donna who like puts him in check a lot, and like I don't know, I feel like it's just kind of missing like the what they gave it in like the new era of Doctor Who. Not the brand new era, like the Disney era of Doctor Who is I don't know. It has its moments where it's not god awful, but like it's also I don't know. Like I shrug. Some of the episodes of like the Disney era Doctor Who aren't the worst, but there's a lot of them that are. Like Space Babies, man, that was watching Teletubbies but for adults, and it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. Right, like there's like I think there was like 2 episodes of New Doctor Who that I didn't hate. But like I don't know. We'll see. Maybe when they make another season, they'll redeem themselves with Russell being back, and maybe without Disney's sticky fingers in it so much, it might, who knows, redeem itself. But at the same time, you know, we were talking in Discord a while ago that maybe they should just shelve it for a couple years and let it breathe. Okay. I think we're mostly cleaned up. I don't know if I should just continue. I don't know if I should continue doing. I mean, we're nearly at the bottom. We're nearly at the bottom. We might as well just pull the entire ship apart, right? Like we're nearly at the bottom. Like this is We're nearly there. But like, anyways, back on the topic. I don't know. I just feel like there like hasn't been any like good new TV that like they've come up with anything of like substance or value to watch. Like even a lot of like the streaming platform like specialty, like you can only watch it here. I find a lot of them are super lackluster. Chant OCD as I bang. OCD. Always completion. Completionist disease. My completionist disease compels me to tear apart the ship completely. Oh man. I think the only like new show that I've watched that like remotely has me drawn in and like I want to watch more of but like have to wait for another season to come out is Star Trek Strange New World. And like again, it's a Star Trek show. Like I mean, you know, can it really do wrong? I mean, to be fair, I didn't really like Discovery, so yes, Star Trek can do wrong, but like Strange New World is like a you know, it's Pike. It's you know, it's a back to basics essentially when you're talking like Star Trek. But I think it's like the only like newer show that like I really got super invested in and I'm waiting to see more of. Like there hasn't been any other like good sci-fi series that I'm like, ah yes. A new season of that can't come soon enough. Which like kind of sucks because like one would like hope and think that they'd be making more like, because like there's obviously a huge demand for sci-fi series, so like you think they'd be making more of them. But here we are in an era where, you know, we're watching TV shows from 20 years ago going, apparently this was peak television. Did I get every last bit of the floor? No, I did not. There's more in here. Okay, this should be everything and I should be able to just pick everything up. I'm gonna put a hole in here. So I can chuck you out the window. Okay. Now I'm like rethinking myself right now. I'm like, I could just take this down straight from the bottom because there's nothing here and I'm pretty sure everything on the bottom here has already been all cleaned up. So I should just be able to honestly just disconnect the sides and then disconnect the sides on the bottom and then crush everything to the bottom. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Just crush. So The Boys. I mean, I just finished watching Gen V. But like again, like I don't clamor for it. Like I've watched The Boys that like I don't think I've watched like the last 2 seasons of it. I don't know, Butcher's like thing with taking V and stuff like that kind of like threw me off caring so much about it. And I get that it's like mostly just trying to like it's following the comic books but not really following the comic books. And that's like neither here nor there because I've never read the boys comic books, nor will I probably ever read the boys comic books. They're a little too gruesome for my taste in comics. But like I don't know, like I get it, like I like at least like the writing's enjoyable, the acting's enjoyable. I understand like why you'd like really only find entertainment in that. But like it's just like one of those like realizations as you're watching TV that like there just isn't a lot out there to watch, which I think is like kind of like crazy when you think about it. Like you're like with all of like the streaming, like the 5 billion streaming platforms and like cable television networks that are still producing stuff, you'd think we would get like something interesting, but we just kind of haven't. Everything's just kind of like the same drivel over and over again to a large extent. And like every time they do a reboot of something, the reboot's god awful. And you're like, why did you reboot this if you're not even gonna like stick even remotely close to like the original like source material? And I just did it again. Didn't mean to put myself on the bottom, but here we are. That's fine. I don't know why I picked all that trash up off the ground. It's not even really technically part of the ship. It is part of the ship, but it's not technically part of the ship. Something you heard recently that I agree with is that there isn't enough talent for all the content that's out there now. I mean, you're technically not wrong, right? Like they have like they're producing so much stuff that like they're finding, you know, any actor that they can that sort of meets the requirements that they're looking for. And like the same thing with like directors and stuff, but like also like I because of like living in Vancouver, right, we're like super like there's a super huge film heavy industry here. There's people who work in film that are like having super hard times of work because there aren't enough productions going, at least here. But that's also like could be due to like political stuff going on with like content creation and Trump laws and stuff like that. I think I have to take all of this out to get the aft off this ship. Oh, I keep hitting into holes. I don't. Whatever. Okay, let's try this again. Pretty sure I need to pull all of this off. Every time. I'm like, hello, there's a hole here, and then just proceed to fall down said hole. I can't even at this point. The only person I have to blame is myself. I don't know. I feel like I just have like it's just my problem right now is that I have too much free time and I've burned through like everything that like remotely I think I found interesting, and like I'm just out of things to watch other than like again stuff from like 20 years ago. And like the problem with stuff from like 20 years ago is like anything that I've enjoyed, I've literally probably already watched. Like I've watched to death at this point and don't really want to watch more of it. Like it's stuff that I enjoy, but it's like stuff that you like at this point, like you have to be in a mood for, like, you know, like people who have like, I don't know. For example, they do like a November, like end of October, beginning of November. They do like their Harry Potter watch, or you know their Avengers watch, where they watch like Iron Man all the way through. Where did that box go? It didn't even go anywhere. It literally just fell on this ground. But like, you know, like Veronica Mars is one of like my favorite TV shows, but like I've watched it so many times, even like the additional like season that they produce on Hulu. I've watched it so many times that like at this point like I have to be in like the mood to watch it. I have to be like, you know, it's got to be the thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking for those, you know, Veronica Mars quips. This isn't working. I just need to... I can throw them all the way over here. I don't even know why I'm trying to do that then. Send help. I'm trying to jump on a railing to walk forward and I don't even need to because I am Shaquille O'Neal and I can make a full court throw. Okay. What do I need to detach to get rid of this? All the way up to here. Okay, so the answer is we're just going to now take off the side. Shaq couldn't make a free throw to save his life. I mean, sure, you're right. Shaq couldn't make a free throw to save his life, but you know, I don't want to be like every other person out there and say that I'm LeBron. You know, everyone's like LeBron for the win, and I'm like, nah, man, it's Shaq. It's Shaq. It's Shaq for the full court throw. You know. I honestly, I don't think Shaq ever could have been I don't think Shaq ever made a full court throw ever, but you know. Thought I'd be different. Sue me. I feel like these days everyone has basically forgotten who Shaq is, except for the fact that like he did a movie this one time. he did, you know, because everyone always just it's LeBron or it's Kobe or you know it's Michael Jordan. Although I feel like nobody even mentions really Jordan anymore, like when it comes to like people quoting like being like, ah, and this dude made this shot. It's always like LeBron or Kobe. Can't even see what's on that. I'm gonna have to get rid of this box. Kazam? I don't remember Steel, but yeah, he did like Kazam or whatever that movie was. I think he did a couple others too. I only did like a couple movies, but you know. It's no Space Jam, let's be real. The original Space Jam, because I don't think 2 was very good. If I remember right, two is not as good as one. And did they make a third? If they did, the third was probably really horrible, and that's why I don't think I ever saw it. Right? Space Jam was like the great movie when we were kids. Alright, throw this away so I can pick up more so I can smashy the rivet so we can collapse everything for my completion disorder. At some point I'm gonna have to like stop. At some point I'm gonna have to like stop full collapsing ships because they're just gonna get too big. Space Jam created a bunch of future furries. I mean, Lola Bunny did do it for a lot of people. Let's not even pretend, you know. For some reason, Lola Bunny was the thing that everybody really liked. So you're probably not wrong. It's like Pokemon created all these completionists. Space Jam created some future furries. What did our childhoods do to us? our childhood shows and movies created monsters. Hello, floor break. Thank you. And they ask what's wrong with our generation, you know? The answer is you gave us Pokemon and then you gave us Space Jam. Oh man. Yeah, look at that collapse. Perfect. Okay, now we can spend 20 years just picking things up and throwing it into the truck. Don't even have to move anymore. You can just stand here, look at the ground, and then look up. Should only have to clear like 2 rows of this, and then I should be able to take this back, the aft away. We can back that aft up. Oh, the combination of things that have led to not safe for work Pokemon fan art. Yeah, I mean that's not a typical area of the internet I've ever dared to or cared to venture on, but I'm sure it's all levels of disturbing. You know, I'm sure that's all levels of disturbing, and nobody should be doing that. Leave poor Psyduck alone, you know? He's already suffered enough. He's had a headache for like 30 years. actually don't know. Like, I haven't, like, obviously I haven't watched Pokemon in forever, but I know Misty left and then came back. How did Psyduck come to mind? I don't know why Psyduck came to mind. I absolutely 100% don't know why it was Psyduck that came to my mind. It just, Psyduck was like the thing. Maybe because like the idea of the weird creepy things that people have done to Pokemon gives me a headache, and then, you know, when you think about headaches and Pokemon, you just get Psyduck, because Psyduck has had a headache for forever. I don't know. My brain doesn't logic well, alright? I don't know why you're turning this into something weird. It's just Psyduck has a headache all the time, and I'm old and have headaches all the time now. Tylenol and me have become BFFs this week after having food poisoning. And finally being able to, like, get enough food in my system to take said Tylenol. I failed the what? The Rorschach chest? What is that? I've never even heard of that. Does this mean I need someone to help me? Do you need to send someone to help? Do I need an adult? I mean, I definitely need an adult, but like, there's no real adults left. They're all gone. Inkblot. Oh, okay. I probably would fail an Inkblot test. Let's get real. I think most people these days would fail an Inkblot test just because, like... Okay. Take it away! Goodbye, Aft! Just because the societal norms have changed so heavily, I'm pretty sure that, like, a lot of people would fail that Inkblot test these days. It's okay, we're all just slight sociopaths now. It's fine. If everyone's slightly a sociopath, is anybody really a sociopath? Question of the century. Moral dilemma. If you're a sociopath and I'm a sociopath, is anybody now really a sociopath when everyone is just slightly a sociopath? Empathy is hard, okay? Well, at least we're finally almost finished my completionist disorder ship, number 3 of the night. Just gotta keep picking up all of this stuff, and then eventually we will be finished. And then we can go sort, and we are not doing that minigame as much as Netcha might really want us to. We are never touching that minigame again. I get that she likes the ding sounds. However, I personally want to shoot myself after sending 5 red buckets of metal down there and listening to pachingos. Jeez Louise. That's part of her failed test. That's part of Netcha's failed test is her the fact that she loves to listen to the dings. It's fine. tonight that I've learned if you need to get rid of rid of Netcha for whatever reason, just give her a couple rolls of pennies and send her to Vegas. She'll be there for a while. We don't have pennies here anymore, so it's going to be really hard for me to get a roll of pennies to send her away with. We eliminated pennies here, I don't know, like, I want to say nearly 10 years ago at this point. So, there's no penny slots in the future. I mean, it makes sense to get rid of pennies, honestly. Like, they cost more to produce than they're worth, right? Like, monetarily. Like, it's the metal that they're made of is worth more than the penny itself for scrapping worth. Like, even though it's just crappy metal, because they don't make coins out of good metal anymore, but, like, still. Everyone kind of freaked out when, like, we did it up here, but it really hasn't affected much. Mainly, one, because most people don't pay in cash, but even when you do pay in cash, like, when they round it, really most of the time, I make out with, like, a nickel more than, you know, if there'd been a penny. Mainly because I'm one of the weird people who still sometimes pays for things in cash. I've actually found paying for things in cash actually really, like, just helps with, like, keeping your money a little more on budget. Like, if you go out and you only have $200 in cash and that's all you have, then, like, you can't spend more because you don't have more, therefore you're not overspending. I'm like, yes, I know simple logic, but at the same time, like, you know, also makes, like, a huge freaking difference because you're not just like, oh, whatever, it's only $20, I'll just swipe my card. You know, $250 later, you're like, oops, now I'm short. So, I don't know. Sometimes I still pay for things in cash, but I'm a weirdo. Oh, I paid for something in cash the other day, and this girl who's working the register literally had a hard time making change because, like, the register doesn't just auto dispense change, and it was really painful to watch. She was like, she triple counted because she had to count out to, like, I think it was like 60 cents or something like that, which isn't really hard, but, you know. When you're Gen Z and you've never really dealt in cash in your entire life, I suppose it kind of is. So it's like a skill that they don't have apparently, is cash handling. Which, again, makes sense because we've, like, obviously, like, transitioned to, like, digital payment for, like, 90% of stuff, so. How often do you technically normally have cash on you anyways? Oh, we're almost there. That's like half of the hull gone, half of the hull cleaned off. It just spewed out some more garbage. I saw that it made a trail of beams. I don't feel like I feel the need to pick up all those beams. I think we can just pretend that those beams don't exist. For my sanity and yours, you know? We'll get there someday. Someday this will all be picked up. This feels like you know, like when you were a kid. I mean, at least when I was a kid, when I was really little, and I'd ask my grandpa to play cards with me, and he'd be busy or not want to because he was wanting to watch golf or baseball in peace. And then he'd say, sure, I'll play a game with you, and then he'd just make me play 52 pickup. That's what this feels like. It feels like someone just decided that it'd be funny to make me play 52 pickup. I only fell for that a couple times as a small child, and that was the end of that. You know? He tried that one too many times, and I made him pick up the damn cards. Got owned by my grandpa. I mean, so here's the truth. My grandpa got owned more times by me as a small child than I think he ever owned me personally. When I was really little, he used to come up and ask me if I wanted a punch to the nose. And my dad kept telling him not to do that. Like, don't do that to her. I think I was like maybe like 2 or 3 at the time, and my dad kept telling him to stop doing that. Like, he wasn't gonna like the outcome of it, you know. Want a punch in the nose? You want another punch in the nose? And then one day I like totally like blapped him in the nose, and I blapped him in the nose hard enough that it actually gave him tears. I mean, it's not hard to hit somebody hard enough in the nose to make them have tears. I mean, like, it doesn't take a lot of pressure for your you know, like, for that kind of pain to happen when it comes to a nose, but still, you know, tiny little 3-year-old child, I punched my grandfather in the nose because he wouldn't stop saying, you want to punch in the nose, and then I basically made him cry. So I'm pretty sure I owned him more times than like he ever owned me as a small child. After that, needless to say, he stopped asking me if I wanted a punch in the nose. Almost there. Just this tiny section left. This tiny section with 800 little beam pieces to pick up. It's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. The completionist disorder will be placated too, okay? Okay, this tiny, nope. Okay, apparently we can't pick up this tiny amount of beam star left. Alright. Alright! And that is the last piece of the hull. Yay, we did it! Oh, my grandpa was definitely a good sport about it. I mean, to be fair, like my dad warned him. My dad warned him like a bunch not to do it, right? Like, I was a very rough and tumble kid, right? And he was warned. He was warned not to do it, but no, my grandpa always gave me lots of stuff for Christmas, like good stuff for Christmas. They're actually the reason why I have a Pokemon disorder, because they bought me a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Blue for Christmas. They're the reason for my completionist disorder. And then auto sort all the excess. We're not playing the dinging game. Alright. He did. You're right. Technically, he owned me in the end because he gave me a completionist disorder that I have for the rest of my remainder of my life. You are correct, sir. All right, let's turn this in. Get our contracts claimed for $40 Renos, for $50 Renos, and then that one's $100. That's pretty damn good. All right. We still have 800 kilograms in the warehouse and 31 in the truck. Well, the truck apparently needs to be resorted. Ooh, I actually need to be in the truck to sort this out. So let's try that again. I guess apparently I should turn in the contracts first and then sort it after? Because there's still just random stuff up in the car. Sort off. Okay. Alright. Is this a real job somewhere? I mean, shipbreaking is a real job. It's an extremely dangerous and hard job. It's definitely not as satisfying as doing it in this video game, but yeah, it's a real job. Shipbreaking's 100% a real job. It doesn't get, like, they don't break a ton of ships because it takes forever to break a ship down. Like, it takes ages to break a ship down. So they usually don't retire ships super often because you want to get as much life out of them as you can, because it takes like 6 months plus to break a ship down depending on the size. But on that note, let's this is our next ship, the Snopkowicz. It's clearly Polish or something, and I will never be able to say that. But next time we play, we will break the Snopkowicz down. It looks like it's another aft half of the ship. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be streaming again. Maybe tomorrow night, maybe the next night, but it will be another night. Probably be around 7. The plan is if I stream, it'll be around 7 o'clock PST on the weekdays, and sometime around 2 on a weekend, because I do plan to stream at some point on a weekend. It'll be, like 2 o'clock ish. But we're gonna leave it here.